Everybody qualifying, we dancing, we jolly, we vibing tonight. The baby I'm moving, future look bright. No more issue, just peace and pride. Uncle Joe, they make me feel alright. Thank you, Uncle Joe. Thank you for the melody and ID. The melody and ID. Thank you, Uncle Joe. Thank you. We dancing, we praising, we shining tonight. Electricity stable, no more dark time. From Monrovia to Bobby, nice price low. People can afford from Rangede to Sano. Use the working, music sweet, the area sweet like bar money. From timber to ground. Definitely, Liberia sweet like palm wine. You remember the cold one, just from the tree, and the palm wine tapper is coming to the town, and you get your sip of, the natural sweetness of the wine. That's how Liberia tastes. Hello, welcome. This is the program Local Government and Decentralization Hour, right here on ELVC Radio 99.9. Of course, on today's edition of the program, I'm playing host to the Assistant Minister for Legal and Traditional Marriage at the Ministry of Local Government, Councillor Lucini F. Belity. And of course, there are too many things for us to talk about. I personally have questions, being somebody who is now capable of being married, of course. Got too many questions for ourselves. And so the Honorable Mayor is already up in the building. So we'll take a couple of bars of our theme song. When we come back, we'll dive straight into legal and traditional marriage business, how it works. What are the laws? What do the laws say? All of these things right here for you. My name is Armstrong Cooper. So sit tight. Right after this break, we'll dive straight into our discussion. Okay, welcome back right here. This is the program Local Government and Decentralization Hour right here on ELBC Radio 99.9 FM. And like I told you, my guest today is Councillor Lucini Belity. He is the Assistant Minister for Legal and Traditional Marriage in Liberia. And, he's from the Ministry of Local Government and Decentralization. So obviously, we have lots and a lot of discussion today on the program. I'd love to say good evening and welcome, sir.
Thank you. Look so energetic.
Yeah.
I don't know whether you spend your whole day in this fashion. By the way, thank you very much. We are glad to be here,
Okay.
And those honored the command of our forces, we want to welcome them to this particular edition they are now producing.
Right, definitely. Honorable, let's start with proper introduction. I said some. It wouldn't be all. So probably there are portfolios that we didn't talk about. You get to introduce yourself properly.
Well, I'm Councillor Lucini F. Belity. I work for the local government in the capacity as the Assistant Minister for Legal Affairs, and you know what I mean, traditional marriage.
Okay.
We want let's keep it that way. We'll move on.
Okay, no problem. Thank you. Let's start with the responsibility of your office as the Assistant Minister for Legal Affairs and Traditional Marriage. What is the responsibility?
Well, it cut across
Okay.
anything that has legal implication. I gave recommendation to all ministers and deputy ministers when the need arises.
Okay.
If they want to do certain things, they say you don't contact the bigger department to advise of. And all contracts emanate from my office by directive of the bosses, I mean the minister or any designated deputy minister. Uh, we develop our contracts so that we are kept in the ambit of the law.
Okay.
And I don't think much of the hair of the any legal blunder from the angle of the Ministry of Local Government, formerly Ministry of Internal Affairs.
Okay.
And I've been in the capacity for the past 13 years. So, through divine protection of God.
Okay. 30 years.
13.
13,
One,
13, 1 and 3. I said 30. Oh, okay. So, I mean, I tell you, you're in that capacity. Probably that's what the time ago. But,
so everything that concerns marriages
mm,
and divorces, I generally before me
okay.
for I work with a couple of officers in my bureau.
Okay.
I have with me the registrar who register all marriages and divorces that come to the Ministry of Internal Local Government.
Okay.
He's under my direct supervision. His role will be to interface with the applicant desire of getting married. And under that, we want to know whether the people, when the two persons getting married are of marriageable ages.
Okay.
It's a requirement. And we keep the men at 21 and we keep the woman at 18. So that we will now marry people who are under age. That will lead to statutory rape. Government cannot contradict itself.
Okay.
You cannot be saying early marriage is wrong, under age marriage is wrong. Then you have one institution which arbitrarily marry people without investigating their ages.
Okay.
So first of all, we send you to the data statistic of the Ministry of Health. They are responsible for all information of people ages,
Okay.
birth registration.
Okay.
So if you come to our registrar with that kind of instrument, birth certificate, it qualifies you to get married.
Okay.
And then for the statutory marriage, your parents are not necessarily a party. For the customary marriage, the parents are of stake. They are necessary to give their approbation to your marriage.
So, just before you continue, what is the difference between a statutory marriage and the customary marriage?
Well, if you get to the age of 18, under our law, you are competent to contract. All right? You are of that capacity to decide what is good for you.
Okay.
And the generality of the law says, look, you can consummate any contract.
Okay.
And marriage is a social contract.
Okay.
So that suffices for the statutory marriage. For us, as a tradition, we insist that despite that, somebody must be responsible in giving your hand in marriage.
Okay.
You understand? For the sanctity of our tradition and culture, you born your child, you educated your child, You don't want that child to be married to a miscreant, for the lack of better word. Just because of the so-called law.
Okay.
The parents are part. They are not the one that will direct to say you must marry to Peter, which is a forceful marriage.
Mm.
But they will guide the person. Mama, you think that boy will be able to take care of you?
Okay.
Eh? They will give that kind of advice. And we will want there to be signatory to the marriage also.
Okay.
We try to discourage people taking uh, people's daughters and they don't care for them. After a while, they just dash them.
So, uh, Honorable, what happens if two couples, two people, parents, who should be signatories to, that certificate, don't agree? What happens?
No, they are not a primary decision maker.
Okay.
But when I got to the Ministry of Local Government, formerly Internal Affairs, then there was a case that came out where somebody said, the statutory rape came recently, so to speak, because we're comparing 1940 when the first marriage was registered at the Ministry of Internal Affairs then.
Mm.
So coming from the 40s, a lot of development, you can just say recent statutory rape. People used to marry their daughter, sometimes forceful marriages and what have you. But at the moment, so this lawyer filed a complaint to the court.
Okay.
That my predecessor had married a girl to a Negro guy, some kind of a mulatto guy at the age of 16. So when the issue came in as a complaint, we wanted to know who all were part of that.
Okay.
Probably my predecessor had signed the document ignorantly, without doing due diligence.
Okay.
But then when we investigated that, we realized in the photograph, the mother and the father are seated.
Hmm.
And they were complaining because they were at the verge of divorce. So they were complaining, in fact, they got married to our daughter when she was 16.
On age.
On her age.
Okay.
So that was the complaint they intended to carry to the circuit. So my question was, who are these people in the picture? Because if the ministry ever married your daughter, it was done forcibly done. You acquiesce to it. All right? You were part of it. So we will go in defense of the ministry that the parents were involved. They took the money from the mulatto guy and they got married. So at that point in time, we will not disclose the name. The guy decided after 2 years without delivery, without birth, he was going to move on to divorce the girl. So they started coming with that. But they are earlier presented a passport that made the girl to be of age. So we then decided.
And the passport is a legal document.
That's it. But then they have another version of the passport that makes the girl
16.
They have to prove a point. So we said, from then onward, no one gets married. As a female or male, you must present your birth certificate.
Okay.
So in this case, if you brought your national identification ID, it suffices.
Okay.
Because
you would not acquire the national ID without a birth certificate.
And then if somebody goes to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, the passport division, and ask that you want to get, you are married, they will also ensure that you come with a marriage certificate.
Okay.
So our interaction are interwoven. We, from the health ministry to the Ministry of Local Government to the Foreign Affairs, the synergies are built.
Okay.
So The registrar will take care of that. We have a customer service.
Mhm.
At that customer service, they will send you to the proper forum. If it is a divorce, it is venue before me. All right?
Okay.
Because of the legal intricacies and ramifications. In the divorce section, we want to make sure that a couple, whether they acquire a property,
Okay.
you do not want to divorce somebody and later on they say, oh, but my share of the property was not addressed. You don't want to divorce somebody and they say, but we have 3 children. Who takes care of the children? In terms of their education, their health, Medicare, fringe benefit like insurance, what have you, where they will live and all of that, because they are going to be separated.
Okay.
And all the African Union, the United Nations, the Liberian government all support the best interest of the child. That innocent child was never party to the signing of the contract that I want to marry you.
Okay.
So they should not be victim. So in that way, a hearing board is constituted or impaneled to look into the divorce proceeding with the participation of the lawyers.
Mhm.
2 lawyers must be there because when people are getting married, it's honey. But when the divorce sets in, they become acrimonious.
Okay.
So to avoid the protection, to incorporate the protection of the individual right in terms of the custody of the children, distribution of their property, acquired jointly or separately in a law today. When you marry a traditional woman, she's no longer a chattel. All right? Like people used to consider them to be property. When
Okay.
you marry a woman, immediately the Lord says, immediately upon marriage, the customary wife is entitled to 1/3 of your property.
Okay. We will get to this entire divorce process and stuff. I want us to set the basis for legality and marriage under the law. Do we have does the law recognize what is it, Commonwealth marriage? Uh, does the law recognize that? I've heard the word Commonwealth marriage. Commonwealth marriage.
Well, what they want to talk about is
Or common law. I don't know whether Commonwealth or common law. I think
okay.
something like that.
No, what they actually want to evoke is uh, they are relying on the Civil Procedure Law of Liberia, Volume 2, Section 35.3,
Okay.
eh?
Mm.
Subsection 3, which says that the presumption of marriage is state that person who live together
Mm.
in person who live together
Mm.
under the same roof, paraphrasing her, and hold each other as husband and wife. Eh?
Mm.
They are presumed to be married. What do I mean? If you take a woman
Mm.
and you allow the community to refer, even though you are exploiting the relationship, you say, this man is my girl. As soon as I get a job, I will move on. As soon as I
Okay.
get my degree, I will move on. But you allow the community to refer to her as your woman. Eh?
Mm.
And then you continue to say, yeah, my woman. You are marrying indirectly.
Okay.
Eh?
And the law recognizes that.
Yeah. And then you allow the woman to go and take the voter registration card with your last name.
Okay.
Your voter with that. You never protested. She even took passport
With your last name.
with her last name. You see it?
Hmm.
She took the national ID. That's it. You are married. You are presumed married. To get out of that, you will need divorce. That's one. Second,
Okay.
if you went on to say, well, I'm just going to go present myself to the parent.
Mm.
The owner sitting down, whether in a market or to their house, under the palava hut, You say, oh, you have small thing here that I don't want keeping your daughter. That is dowry here. Automatically you are married. Whether there is a certificate or not.
Hmm.
Modernity is the one that introduced the certificate.
But Honorable, I thought I thought the government would be dealing with evidence of marriage. So I went probably to Bond County for an example and talked to this girl parents and said, when I see your daughter with me, oh, yeah, I'm holding fast to her in the meter, probably for an example, and something happened and that didn't work out to up to marriage. How come the government is backing the girl in question that she's my wife, even though there's no document to prove that?
Okay, now this is the gentleman agreement you went into.
Okay.
If you went to that old man and said, I'm exploiting this relationship,
Mm.
I will not keep home. Maybe your reception will be different.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
And the way you conduct yourself,
Mm.
there will be a detrimental reliance from the parent. They will rely, they say, oh, they young man, they say, even he working with EFBC.
Hmm.
So thank God, such a young man with a professional background is coming to tell all, and that day, you're so happy, you took your pay, you left 100 out there. So the law wants to protect the interests of the victim.
Okay.
You victimizing somebody's daughter. How will you feel if that was happening to your daughter?
Hmm.
Sometimes some of these paramount relations lead to the girl not continue her education.
Right.
Then at some point in time, you graduate, you're working with Aslam Mita, that's not your time.
Hmm.
We frown as our part of our tradition. You will see for marriage, the first institution God ever created, human interaction was marriage between Adam and Eve.
Yeah.
God officiated their marriage,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
And then, what would the dowry be? And what was the certificate prepared?
There was no certificate at that time.
Okay. The father of modernity,
Okay.
you go to the Christian, they will refer to him, Abraham, our father, the Muslim. All other people will refer. He got married, Sarah, Hagar, eh? And of course, Keturah, not much is being mentioned about her. Keturah was married to our father Abraham with 5 children.
Hmm.
They're not Israel. So you have to do your research on all of these things. These are traditional marriages,
Hmm.
officiated by God, right?
Okay.
The situation with Adam, so put monogamy. With Adam, with Abraham, polygamy. We will talk about polygamy in another section.
Okay.
Right? But I'm saying, human being, not being your wife, your mother, you feel proud. Your sibling will not discriminate against you.
Okay.
They cannot look at it and say, oh, the outside child. There will be stigmatization of the child.
Right.
Yeah, that your man, oh man, that girlfriend and boyfriend.
Yeah.
Child.
Mm-hmm.
So marriage is so sacred that all through marriages you have our leaders today. Eh? If you have a president, for instance, they say no father of their girlfriend. You know, it's embarrassing
Right.
to civilization that our people have. So we encourage marriage. We tell people nothing you lose if you get married. You only legitimize
Togetherness.
your offspring.
Okay.
You understand? And now, if you born out of wedlock, that child is not only being bastardized, but that child you can only become the biological father, not the legitimate father under our law. So to even legitimize that child, you got to go and file for legitimization. And to do that, it has to meet the consent of the woman you are exploiting. So they will say, okay, Nana, they want you will support the child if they're born to 21, if they get to 18, you're responsible for everything. That's why you have persistent non-support cases in all of our Nigerian courts. Oh, they were born by him, and he doesn't now want to support me and the child. You want to escape, but the law will always hook you
Right.
to make sure you take your responsibility. Because we do not want children to be public child. You know, a lot of children no father. You can see it in the community.
Sure. Minister, there's this thing that has become common in Liberia.
Mhm.
I don't know whether the ministry or the law recognize that. So let me give a scenario. For an example, you know, this boyfriend girlfriend walk to a center and play DV, and you know they won the DV. They play as husband and wife, even though they are not married under the law, but they won the DV and they decide to get probably a certificate to further that process. And randomly, maybe that process didn't go through, and they two didn't stay together. What is it about that marriage that the law recognized? Is it illegal stuff?
No, in fact, you will be charged for perjury. P-R-A-U-R-Y.
Okay.
Which means you lie under the oath. Because at the end of the form you fill in, you say all of the facts you produce on that form are nothing but the truth, the whole truth.
Okay.
And then if you come, you declare to the registrar that DV marriage, you're not going to get certificate. So you are coming before or under oath to say the both of you are married or intend to get married before we can solemnize your marriage.
Okay.
So as far as the government of Liberia is concerned, you are under oath and you declare that you are married. When you get a certificate, even if you two are not together, you're trying to deceive the Republic one, you're trying to deceive the foreign country, in this case DV for the United States, you want to
deceive the United States.
to say you are married. We frown on that. So we do not recognize anything called DV marriage.
Okay.
But these things can come out. Some teachers that you misled and when you want to dissolve that marriage, the contract was consummated legally, you want to dissolve it through divorce.
Wow. Okay. So we're talking about legality and tradition. Are there differences between the legal marriage and the traditional marriage one how people do in the rural parts of Liberia, where the cola nuts are broken, and, palm wine, and other uh, you know stuff are given to family members in recognition of this ceremony? Are there differences?
In fact, the first marriage was traditional.
Okay.
So it is because if you want to acculturate, take other people's culture to be yours, you so admire it, you adapt it. So under our law, the dualism of our law is both marriages are legal under the law. You broke collar, marry, that is legal.
Okay.
And like for instance, the dual currency regime, the US, you can buy all of these gadgets with the US. You can also give the equivalent in Liberian now. Nobody will say this space unit that you have in your studio because you pay Liberian dollar, you did not pay. Once you reach the exchange benchmark, that's it. You buy a car with Liberty, You must pay the equivalent.
Okay.
It's a legal tender. So traditional marriage is no longer regarded as, oh, that ordinary. Some people come with that kind of notion in a divorce proceeding. Of course, ignorance of the law excuses no man. You may come with that, but we'll give you the education. And that's why for every divorce we will carry out, you must be represented by a lawyer. Because the lawyer will know better.
Okay.
Okay. So when I say that traditional marriage, in fact, cola not. And there was no champagne exchange and what have you.
No certificate to.
No.
Okay.
You are having a certificate. In fact, the obtaining of the certificate is very, very much important.
The traditional marriage certificate.
Yeah. And then whether that wet married or you must have certificate. You know why? The American people will not give you the visa easily if you say you, for instance, you want a DV. By the time you want a DV, you were living with this lady. You were living with a lady as husband and wife. But sometimes some people are victimized. They will come, they say, let me play the DV, man. I've been playing with my woman and we can't pass. You understand? When they play like that, if they stand around, he alone won't, but they have children born out of that relationship. They have evidence that they were married. But as far as the law is concerned, you say you were single.
Wow.
You say you were single. Now, to do that for the children to benefit and for the wife to benefit, you will have to go through a lot of things. For all at the Ministry of Local Government, the legal bureau will want you to convince or better. At the time of your wedding, today we live in modern age, technological period, digital period. So you had a Facebook recording 5 years ago. Some will not normally laugh. You produce that to us. It's convincing for us, right? Then you have the photograph. The date is registered on it.
Okay.
Right? Some camera will have the date on it. You adduce that into evidence. The second thing is that the children, the DNA proof for the children. When some people will say, oh, you're giving a hard time. No. Your conduct in the past is the one that gave you a hard time.
Right.
Now, you got to get a DNA result and testimonial from the officiating clergy, either in the community. For us, we are convinced if you produce those things, we amalgamate all of the pieces of evidence. We'll give you what we call annotation, some excerpts of the information put together. We say photograph proof that the marriage took place in this period. The DNA results show that they got married. The testimony from the officiating clergy, whether in the mosque or in the church, we get all these things. We will do the recommendation that this meet the standard required by the local government. But the issuing authority of the visa has the right to say without whether this, and they will do that independent investigation. Some have been set aside because if the fact do not corroborate from what you yourself said to what you have, they can make that decision. But in many cases, the U.S. government will honor it and you can go through because it is factually based on the truth.
Honorable, this issue about divorce is something where you deal with a lot of legality. My acquired property already. I work at ELBC, acquire my property as a single guy, and probably on a later time.
You're speaking reality now,
Yeah.
You get one apartment,
and fall in love, got married. Probably the marriage didn't work out. What does the law say? Is the woman entitled to my property that I acquired before getting married? what is it under the law that we should be aware of?
Okay, quickly, if you get married, you are assuming serious responsibility.
Okay.
If you get married, you no longer the ordinary Armstrong couple. Your status has been elevated to serious responsibility.
Okay.
The inheritance law says that immediately upon marriage, the traditional wife, whether she helped to build a house, the mansion, or she didn't help. In fact, when you people were loving, every time you told the lady to say, let's go, let me see where I'm building my house. He said, no. When you come, I will just be in the rented apartment, we do our business. So you can see how lackadaisical she has become, right? Not interested. But the day you marry her, she is entitled to 1/3 of your property, real or personal.
Wow.
So you get real estate property, 1/3. Even your jacket that in the house, she got share in it. Well, many of the time people will, the day will not work for you. You're wearing.
Okay.
And you understand, but the law is clear and straightforward on that. So many people will say, oh, but I've been married before I marry. No. If you want to avoid that, and because you want it, you want the property for your children that you born before, you must prepare what they call prenuptial agreement. To say, look, I'm interested in you, but I'll be the finance minister, and there are a couple of departments. From the day we get married, all my salary, my everything you are entitled to 1/3. And you understand? But if that kind of agreement is not there, the woman is interested in you because of what you have.
You said say that word again, prenuptial agreement?
Yeah.
What does it say?
It says that look, there's an understanding between the two of us.
Okay.
That whatever I had before will remain mine.
You're not part of it. Even though I'm marrying you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your son that. But from for instance, your July pay will be coming. But from the day we get married, anything I get, you get share in it.
You get share in it. But
then July came and you work almost 15 days now. Your pay now can hit, but you got married tonight. Even that pay, she's entitled to it with that kind of agreement.
Okay.
If that agreement is not done, you have 50,000 in your bank account, she's entitled to 1/3. So marry the woman you like and be willing to share everything with her.
Minister, let's talk about the rights of widows. This is something very important because it has become common in Liberia where the woman got married and unfortunately the husband passed, and the husband family people coming at the widow for the property acquired with the man. Are there laws that protects the widow?
Yes.
Okay.
When the woman the husband passes, she becomes a widow. And no one has the right to say that was my brother.
Okay.
That now your brother was doing the homework at home. So you don't come that way to say, of course, everybody wants something that your family person acquire. You want to make sure that it is not lying in ruin.
Okay.
You want to make sure that it is protected. You must go to the probate court, and the woman must go to the probate court, serve as administrator, because she has a stake in that. The children must benefit.
Okay.
And there's no law that says that I'm the Next person in line to my brother, you should marry to me. No. In some culture, they used to say, okay, send the man go home, and after the 40-day feast or what have you, you must marry to the junior brother. No law. The woman has the right to remain home. She's protected. Nobody must force her out of that home. Because if the husband in question, the deceased, wanted the brother to take over, they will have a family meeting the day ago, married to my junior brother, and the woman will say, I will marry. Even at that, it can be binding on the woman.
Okay.
The marriage is a contract you must be willing to enter into it. It takes two to get married and one to exit. That's why divorce, some people have the notion that when I'm divorcing a woman, the two are always sandpaper. No. It's decreed by the court.
Okay.
They must just establish that the two of you are incompatible. One, they have ground. Desertion. You deserted a woman, all the men, they can't see you. You're not together. You abandon. You immoral here, but you don't care to go there. You sleep with concubines. That's on ground. Cruelty. Gender-based violence. You beating on the woman. Even to sleep with you gotta beat. Subdue her, right? And infidelity. You are not faithful to the relation. Every day in the club, the man to the house, or the woman to the house,
The man in the club.
And nowadays that you could be clubbing, but now loving. And you get alcoholic. You understand? If the woman left, she goes out. If not, she remains and exercise patience because she took the oath that for better for worse. You understand?
Okay.
But once those 5 grounds are established, divorce will last. All right? So the woman is always protected, just as the children are also protected.
So, in your law, you can no protection for men?
Men are protected. In our code, we give alimony to a man.
Okay.
This guy supported the girl every effort to go to the United States. And then she made the guy go work and stay to my father's rubber farm. That guy labored for 3 years. All right? He could not even complete his high school. Then the woman came and said, I don't want the man. During my hearing, I ordered that you will settle them.
Okay.
You exploited his labor. You lured him to working for your father that was not his father. You exploited a man, and because the man is under abject poverty now, as a consequence of the working for your father, you want to divorce the man. It's your right. But settle him.
Okay.
Because if the ball was turning around, he was going to be settling him right now. So that lady settled the man with 3,000, and then we granted the divorce.
3,000 United States.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can go marry another girl with that money.
You can use the 3,000. Minister, just before we go to the line, what is the fixed price under the law for a bride price? What is fixed? That okay, as you going to marry somebody, this is what you should pay. What is it?
Okay. Now that's the dynamism of the culture.
Okay.
Now, when you become the assistant minister for legal affairs, you need to go from tribe to tribe. How do they get married?
Okay.
But the one that was imposed by tradition, and I think that certain tribe brought that for the $8 business. Right? Now, it is not a law. Some people For instance, let me speak for, I'm a married woman.
Okay.
If you want to marry a married lady, basically, they will tell you get 3 cows, for instance,
Okay.
as a standard. They call 2, one, the living one. The other are not in the, it is not allowed, then it is there. No, not in that context.
Okay.
It is because they say cow, so they monetize it. They say, okay, 1 living cow, $100. The butcher one, 50-50.
50-50.
So 200.
Okay. Okay.
No one carry $48, and anybody who never want to give it their child for it. But in some culture, you will give 48. You understand? So what they call tradition is defined as the way of life of giving people that they have considered their way of life over the year. So in some area, you don't go to them and say, look, I brought 1 Mercedes Benz, 1 truck, but I want your daughter. Then okay, that's not a marriage. You must first present the kola nut 10. What is the rationale in that culture is that the kola nut is a bad nut.
Okay.
Joined together. So they will tell the woman, you be the call to split it because confusion will always come from your end. Or mostly will come from your end. You understand? When you split that, that means they tell you band it back together because they were created that way. And the woman will say, no, it's not possible for me to band it together.
Okay.
Then this marry for better for worse. That's their interpretation.
Okay.
So they were together, and even in the Bible they say what the Lord has put together.
Then no man person.
You have put it to asunder. You can't be the one. So yeah.
So in short, there is no law that says pay $48, pay $50, pay $100, but it's because of the tradition of the people. Okay. 0775677 376 0775677 080514096 080514096. These are the numbers to call. Ask your questions if you have concern. 30 seconds to each quarter. So use your 30 seconds wisely, please. Yeah, we are out of time. Hello. Hello, sir. Welcome.
Yeah, my name is Erasmus.
Erasmus, let's hear you quickly.
Yeah, I have a question.
Go ahead.
Yes, we say we had a woman. And 2 of you get together. You had a
Outside child from who now? From the man or from the woman?
Yeah, if the 2 of you had a children.
Okay.
And you had a children before coming together. Then you don't have property, but you came together and you're living together. And you have property and you build a house on it. Then now, the other children you have, it is not a count. In this other children you have, they have right. Or either for the men or for the woman, they have right in the property.
Okay, thank you. Minister, be taking note. Do the other children have right in the property, whether from the woman's side or the men's side? Let me see whether I get this caller through. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, you live. Hello. Okay. Hello.
Yeah.
Good evening. You live.
My name is I want to thank our Father for everything.
Okay.
But I got a question.
Go ahead.
The man, woman, is their own conversation, and they don't marry. And how much time was that? It found that the price of the certificate is
the price of the certificates. Okay, thank you. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
You're live.
Thank you, Mr. Minister, for your educative comments. But I want to know one thing. Suppose a woman owns a property before getting married to this man. Do the man have share in her property also?
Okay. Hello.
Hello?
You're live.
Yes, this is Compton. I'm calling from the Lntv community.
Thanks for joining. Let's hear it quickly.
Yeah, so I want to appreciate the minister or the director to do that. Then ask a question: why is a man and a woman together, and then maybe they get, and all of a sudden maybe they start to divorce or part, but then it's like they were unable to equivocate any property or anything. So in that case, what do I mean? With the law bound the man to pay certain money or pay the man, what will happen?
Okay, your question is clear. If they married, but then unfortunately they didn't accumulate property, does the law still hold the man to settle the woman? What have you? We can pick up at least two calls and then we go back to the minister so he can address these questions and concerns. Hello?
Hello?
You're live, sir.
Okay, I want to know from the minister, if you marry a woman and the woman get property, that man get fine in that property?
Yeah, somebody asked that question. Yes, sir. Just wait for the answer. Thank you. Hello. Good evening. You live.
Yes, thank you so much. Rebecca S.V. Young is my name. I am calling from Juba.
Rebecca, let's hear you quickly.
Yes. Mr. Minister, thank you so much. My question goes like this. This guy and myself have been together. We married traditionally. And now we have about 4 children. 3 girls, 1 boy. And you have seen another woman that he values more than me. He leaves the house, he goes out, he went to the court. The court granted him that they put us apart. That we are no more together. Though I refuse to sign the divorce paper, just as my father was teaching. Though I did not sign, but the court gave him the red we have part. And he goes around telling people.
Sorry,
Which court y'all went?
What should I do?
The minister is asking which court did you go to? Did you
I
ask?
have to ask that it happened to my sister, my younger sister. This is why I'm asking to get some, sense.
Which court?
Do you know the court that the process went through, the divorce process?
I will find out.
Okay.
Please help us with your number.
Yeah, you obviously address that. Minister, we have to.
Okay, my number is 888-510-0075. Just in case you didn't have the time to inquire or to ask any question, you can always visit me to the Ministry of.
Please read the number.
0888-510-0075.
0888-510-0075.
Yeah.
Okay, 0888-510-0075.
Yeah.
That's the minister number. You can reach out to him. But address this.
Firstly, let me say, no court in Liberia has the right to divorce party if they are not within the loop of the local government.
Okay.
So you cannot be divorced. Even the ministerial code, the BB code, they will not divorce you. So it will be the Ministry of Local Government.
Okay.
The question there. So if anybody divorce you outside, you stay married or your sister is still married. So somebody said that the children are outside children. So how can whether they have child? So that question is not balanced.
I think the question was, we both have outside children, and then we marry.
Yeah.
We married and we acquire property. Do these kids have, rights in the property? Do they have, right to the property?
Yeah, they have right to the property.
Okay.
Because the two of you got it.
Okay.
Your share goes to your own children. The woman share goes to her children.
Okay. Yeah.
Because the two of you have it, there's nothing in that situation called outside children. They are inside children. So the other one was that if the woman
has property
and then the man
marry her.
Yeah. You know, this is one of the sticky area that needs to go to the Supreme Court for clarity. I always telling people because the law says that whatever the woman has on her own is completely hers. Eh? And then the same law said the anything the man has, the woman has one third.
One third.
And then at the end of it, it said, and vice versa. So which means,
yeah, it can happen on both sides.
When you use the word vice versa, you know, when the lawmaker make the law and they tap it in a way that create ambiguity, I always telling the people that look, this has to be challenged in the upper court to the Supreme Court. Let them give interpretation to say when we say vice versa, it's not quadratic. What happened to the left must happen to the right. But in my little understanding, vice versa means both ways.
Okay. Minister, we have to go, obviously. Is there anything quickly you want to say before we go?
Well, I just want to thank the president for supporting the local government and to thank the minister for championing the cause and all of the different layers of the local government, everyone playing their role. We enlighten our people. There are so many things about the tradition. Look at how the chiefs are being dignified now.
Right.
And they are being enrolled. Some who were not having salary, all of them will have it now, meaning from the general town chief to the paramount chief and what have you. So we want to be grateful to all of our staff who are helping us to achieve all of these things together. It's not a one-man show. We are grateful to the Nigerian people, the Ministry of Local Government, particularly on the certification. It's good for you to have it because some people come, they want to be claim the benefit at the NASCO, but they were not married by certificate, and NASCO will rely on the certificate.
Okay.
Of course, we can get certified statement in lieu of the marriage certificate. So we want to be thankful to you. The next time we come, we'll be talking about proxy marriage that a lot of people don't hear about. We will talk about procedure for marrying the second wife and under which condition it can be. We are not supporting
obviously
jealous women.
You have to come back. You have to come back, Minister. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, because I want to know about that part where you can marry 2 times, 3 times, 4 times. Maybe my brother Christopher can help Christopher too in that process. But well, that's all the time we've got to be here. I'm Shka Cooper. Up next is Night Down Liberia. I'll talk to you on Wednesday. Bye-bye.